every need. But he puts you in situations so he can supply the need.
Yes, say it. Come on.
Come on.
Yes.
He allows things so you can grow, so you can develop, so you can trust him. Amen?
Yes.
Yes. And then what are we going to do with whatever he's asking? Right? I had somebody, while I was at court, text me they needed money. And I said, okay, and they needed Zelle, which means immediately.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm in court. But I go and I Zelle it, and as I'm Zelling it, I'm laughing because I'm like, what I just gave will come back. Right? And then guess what? My granddaughter's going on a field trip. What? When? This weekend. So then I'm thinking they didn't ask me for anything. I just knew she's going on a trip. So I said, okay, Lord, then provide. I sowed. I gave to someone that needed. And now I want to bless her.
Yes.
Right? So then give to me so I can give to her. And that same day, somebody gave me, and I was able to go from there immediately to Walmart to send her the money, and I laughed standing in that line. Because I go, this is how it works. Right? Immediately. And she said, Grandma, thank you. She goes, I didn't even spend it because there wasn't anything I really liked. She goes, but I'm hanging on to the money. Yeah, it's her money. She can do it what she wants. But that's the God we serve. He's not dead. He's alive. He's a great God, a big God. Call him whatever you want. But I hate the word God. I mean, he is Abba. He's your father. And for those of you that are single, he's your husband right now. And you're engaged to him. Act like a wife. Come on. If there's something I need, I ask him. Amen? If he's telling us here, I will restore or replace for you the years.
Come on.
Amen.
Then we need you.
Come on.
Years. Give me back my years.
Amen.
Come on, Lord. And in those years I was healthy.
Amen.
I don't believe that you go through all. They say when you get old, you have menopause. They say when you get old, you start losing your hearing. They say when you get old, you start losing your mind now. Oh my God. So what? What's the privilege of getting old if I'm just going to lose? No, I believe that God can, he can capture me.
That's right.
Because I never remember Moses having a hearing aid on.
That's right.
I don't remember Abraham with the cane. I don't remember any of them going bald. All those things that are happening in the earth because somebody wrote a book and said, these are the things that happen at this age. So then I've been saying, then I refuse to be that age.
That's right.
Okay? Because if that's what's going to happen, then I'll skip that age and go on to another age.
That's right.
Why? Because we have that power. Come on.
That's right.
It took Sarah to get jealous of Hagar because she had that baby to say, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to get pregnant.
That's right.
But she could have got pregnant when he gave her that word. And Hagar didn't have to come in the picture. Amen? But because she allowed it.
That's right.
It's like I tell women. You can't run a household with two women.
No.
Can't, guys. You can't. I can't move in my sister if I was married.
That's right.
You're going to have trouble. Right?
Yes.
Can't move in a best friend. I don't care if you're best. You're married. Don't do it.
No.
Why? Because something's going to happen. He could say she's ugly. Next thing you know, she wasn't that ugly.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So you set yourself up for defeat. Right? Yes. He wants to bless. He wants to restore. He wants you to live the good life. And he wants it easy. Easy. Listen. Whenever I call down the presence, right? It's something that manifests, right? It's there. Look how easy. Sure, feel it. Right? There's the presence. All over her. Right? So I'm calling it down. Why? Because you need the presence. In the presence there's victory. In the presence every need is met. In the presence of sound mind. Right? All that is happening where? In the presence. Right? So I'm visually showing you how to bring the presence, right? It's releasing to her everything she needs, right? Right? Because it's what? Well, in the presence is everything that he is. In the presence there's riches and gold. In the presence there's health, there's wealth. In the presence there's joy, there's peace. Whatever she needs, she just got. Why? Because the presence just came down, right? Same thing with her. Peace, joy, understanding, quickening her mind to be sharp, to remember all those numbers, all that data that she has to remember at work, right? Why? Because that's what she needs, right? Well, in that presence, right, there's freedom. There's liberty. In that presence, she can go forth empowered in might. In that presence, she can do it because God is her husband. In that presence, she is that wonderful mother. She is that good wife in the future. She is that good daughter, right? In that presence, right? Same thing with him. In the presence of the Lord, everything that he needs, it's in there. It's in there, right? He's wondering what is going on, right? But it's the presence of the Lord, right? What is it doing though?
Giving him what he needs.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, in the presence. Here's Dr. Joe's presence. Amen. The Lord is giving it to him. Everything he needs, right? Peace, sound mind. Sleep throughout the night. Oh, sound mind, right? In the presence, right?
Amen.
All that he does for us. So think about it. Money can't buy what I just gave you.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
You guys, I have, and I thought about it, and it's not me, it's God in me. But when I got divorced and I moved in 2014, the Lord said to me, he said, do you realize that you have lived with someone for the past 37 years? Because I moved out at 14 and got in a relationship immediately, and all my life I was. So this was going to be the first time I lived alone. Had my own place, made my own decisions. Come on. Even though I decorated all my houses, but this was different. I was going to lay in my bed by myself. You know how many women we got after that? Yeah, some of them afraid they leave the light on, they leave the TV on, they leave all the doors locked, and it's crazy how they live because they're afraid to be alone. And yet, you were born alone.
That's right.
Come on. When Adam came, he was by himself. It was later that the Lord saw him looking at all the couples, all the animals. And he said, where is one for me? And you know what's interesting if you really study the word? He brought him animals after he asked that. He did. He started bringing him animals. He could have picked one. He said, no, she's not among them.
That's right.
So he creates woman, right?
Yeah.
And then later he names her Eve, mother of life, right? Because now he knows what it is to multiply. Come on. She was brought to him to multiply.
Amen.
You don't think God knew this was going to happen? You have to know. You don't think he knows your future?
Yes.
Of course he does. Why not ask him? Right? When my daughter was born, she don't know this. I won't say which one it was. That way it'll be easier. Because they're going to ask me. Well, when one of my daughters was born, when she was born, the way she looked, and back in those days we used to call them mongoloid babies, Down syndrome, right? She looked like that. And when I brought her home, someone in my family said, is she that? And I said, no. They said, yeah, she's got all the features of that type of baby because her mouth is open. But I said, because I had been praying I pray over all my babies when I'm pregnant. But I had decreed and declared that she had a sound mind. that she was intelligent, that she could speak the word. And then boom, she was quick, she was fast, she crawled at 5 months. Spoke right away. All my kids spoke very little. They were saying sentences at a year. My God, my son got potty trained at 12 months. My girls did too, right? So all these things were things because I read. Amen. And now I was a believer.
That's right.
So I could put the word into practice. Does that make sense? I wasn't moved by what I saw, right?
Yeah.
And to this day, I'm a teacher by nature. So even with my grandchildren, when Emmy said, "Oh, I'm watching your show," right?
A show.
She said, "Come here, Grandma. You're on TV. I'm watching your show." I had no idea what she was talking about, but she had me on YouTube. You guys, she's little. She'll be 5 in October. But I said, "How did you know how to find me?" She said, "Well, you're a doctor, right? And I know your name's Rebekah, like R." She goes, "So I just put that in the YouTube, and then you show up, right?" And then she says,
Amen.
"Grammy, I watch you all the time."
Amen.
Okay. What do you think about it? It's boring.
Oh my
She told me the truth. It's boring. She said, "Start doing the miracles.
Amen.
Start demonstrating." That's all we do on Wednesdays. We're starting with here now. Because she said that people are bored. Because everybody knows the Bible. Listen to what she's saying. Yeah. She says, "Start doing the miracles. Start doing those things you do. Speak in the tongues, Grandma. Just do something other than just teach, right?" Why? Because she's speaking by the Spirit. You have this God-given gift. You have this power in you. I'm not talking about His Spirit. I'm talking about His presence. There's a difference. You could have, I try to get you all to speak in tongues. You should be practicing your tongues. There's power in your tongues. You guys, if you were to visit your grandbaby and it was choking in the crib, you better pull out your tongues and start shandoing and speaking in tongues so that they can get their breath back, right? There's power in that. But I'm telling you today, there's a greater power. And I just activated it over you. It's the presence of the Lord. So I walked into that courtroom and in front of everybody, I lifted my hands and I said, "I call the presence of the Lord." You know why? Because I don't know what I'm going to say. And I need your presence. I don't care if they think I'm a nut. They already think I'm a nut anyways. But the whole point is, I can't do anything without Him.
That's right.
Say it.
Come on. I can't do anything without Him. Amen? I'm not dependent upon man. Come on. Or anything to do with natural things.
That's right.
Because we need His presence. He's your provider.
Yes.
Now my family can provide for me. Doesn't mean that it's wrong. They bless me. But I can't depend on them.
That's right.
Because then I push God to the back burner. And I don't want to do that to God. Amen? He's my provider. He even said, He said, "Well, now that we got all this out of the way, are you ready to be blessed?"
Amen.
I was like, I thought I had been ready. He said, "No, because you were still bound. There were still ties there that you didn't know about." He said, "Now that I've severed them, go forth and be blessed." Think about it. We don't even know some of the things you're still bound to. Think about it. The one thing he told me in the courtroom, he said, "What did I have you do immediately when the relationship was over?" Remember, we got divorced right away. He said, "The first thing you checked on that box was name change." Why? Anybody know why that's important?
You're carrying them.
No
You're
bondage.
carrying them.
Whatever they're doing, whatever curse they're under, you're under it too.
Oh, wow.
So long, yes, because you still are carrying the name. That's still a marriage. Come on. I changed my name immediately. Went back to the original plan. The name that was given at birth. Amen? Come on. Why? Because that's how it should be.
Amen.
Because so long as we have that name, you're under their domain.